episode
14.
14.
I don't know how I know that.
Oh, we still haven't got the. I was going to get.
14.
Oh, I was going to get Ben to do us our new plaque for our YouTube subscribers.
That YouTube send us that
yes,
plaque.
sorry, yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry, I meant they've sent it us, and I was going to get Ben to print it off. That's what I was going to do.
We should always introduce ourselves as well. So, welcome to the Revive It, or It's Your Revival podcast. I don't know the name of it, to be honest. I don't listen to it
again.
Welcome to It's Your Revival podcast. I'm your host, Martin Waterhouse.
And I am your host, Sally Baker.
I thought you were going to say co-host then.
Nah.
Just always host.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the main
what I
one,
said.
obviously.
No, but I think,
You should never say co-host though, because we're both hosts.
Oh no, I didn't say co-host.
No, do you ever say co-owner of one
we
of us?
we always used to say co-founder, but I don't actually think that's the right term when I've looked into it anyway, because I think that means something slightly different to what you think it means. But now, whenever I meet anybody, I'll completely ditch Ben out of it. I'll just say that.
I was going to say Ben's the main one though, isn't he? That's Ben's the face, isn't it?
No, I'm the face.
That's a whole nother episode, guys. So, what, mate? I haven't seen you for ages. You went camping for 3 days and then disappeared. I've watched murder programmes like this. I actually got a bit worried.
Did you think that I was not coming back?
I just thought you were dead. Yeah. So I just thought I'd put a little text out to say, podcast. If I didn't get a reply, I may have called the police.
Would you have?
Well,
or you could have done your own private investigations.
To be honest, I'd have probably came in and stole some computers and then I'd have...
Yeah.
Oh, no, because
well,
then
these
it looks like
people
I've
would
killed
still
you.
be here. Well, yeah.
Yeah, can't do that. No. Yeah, I'd have just called the police. Stayed out of it. I don't want my DNA anywhere. If that happens.
You would get interviewed though, wouldn't you, if I was murdered?
Do you reckon they would?
Yeah, definitely.
Why me? The fuck have I got to do with it?
Well, who knows?
Well, yeah.
But surely they'd interview everybody that knew you, or spent a lot of time with you.
I'd try and make the whole process really interesting. Like I'd be going, through the interview, I'd go, I didn't do it.
Do you know?
Look to the one on the left and go,
Do you know what? Always, whenever I watch, like if ever there's something on the telly, like Inspector Morse or something like that, you know, the old school crime
I thought you were going to say something cool.
I know,
like a really cool murder
program.
Fucking Inspector
I couldn't
Morse.
in the moment. I mean, Vera is on series like 13 or something ridiculous.
You're a Poirot person, aren't you?
Oh no, my mum loves Poirot.
Yeah,
but Agatha Christie, yeah. But when they do those shows and the detectives go around to interview people, it always amazes me how the people that they're interviewing in the show just carry on with what they're doing, like hanging, washing out, answering the questions. Like if the police came round to interview you about a murder, well, if they came round to interview me, I'd be absolutely shitting myself, even if I hadn't got anything to do with it.
Would you shit yourself, would you?
Well, you'd be sitting down and like answering the questions.
Oh, no,
I wouldn't carry on hanging out the washing.
I'd be a nosy fucker. I'd be going, what happened? I'd be like, you tell me. Like, I want to know. Like, where did you find the body? I'd be like trying to get information. The role would be reversed. I'd interview them.
They'd leave wondering what the hell had happened.
I nearly got murdered once.
Did you?
I swear my life. I'm not even joking. Genuinely, I nearly got murdered. I've not
As
told you the
in,
story.
not killed
Somebody tried to
by
murder
accident.
me.
Someone
Somebody
tried to murder.
broke in and tried to murder me. I've not told you the story.
No?
Fucking great. We had nothing for this podcast, and now I'm about to nail it. Right. So on my life. So when I own that apartment on Stourbridge off the ring road, don't I? So when I used to live in it, I always remember the night it was Eurovision was on. Eurovision. I weren't watching it. There is a reason why I knew that was on. But so that was on. So it was about May time. That's about springtime, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember. I got woken up or we were just watching a film or something. It was only me and Lisa at the time, and I didn't have the little one. And somebody banged on my door. Really, I was top floor apartment. There was only 2 on the top floor. There was 2 on every floor, but there was me and we were the last ones. Someone banged on the door, and opposite me, there was like 3 lads that lived there opposite, who loved to go out and party and things like that. So I heard this bang, looked out my little peephole thing, and I saw this woman, a large woman, and I'm not saying large because she attacked me. She was genuinely large, right? So she was a big woman, and she was just crying, but just being a bit weird. So I just assumed it was just one of their friends, right? Because they were lovely, but they were a bit mental, you know? So I just assumed that. And then she went on the phone, she was like, there's a fire. So I'm then thinking, fuck, I'm top floor apartment. I'm fucked, you know? So I'm cooked. So I come out and I'm like, are you okay? She turned around, blood all over her face, had this blade in her hand, and just ran at me. And then tried to boot my door in as I'm trying to close it, whilst trying to stab through the door to hit me. And I was like,
way.
oh my fucking God. I was like, what's going on? So I managed to like jam her arm in the door, which must have hurt her. And then I locked the door. And then I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like there's some crazy bitch in the apartment basically. So Lisa finds out. Lisa's going like fucking crazy. Like, oh my God, oh my God. I ring the police. So she rings the police. And then like as it's all sort of like, she's still upstairs, like banging around, and I go and I had a set of golf
You mean
clubs
so
at the
she's
time.
out in the hallway sort of thing?
She's in my hallway, yeah, in like the stairwell hallway thing. So I can still kind of see her, and she's like fucking blood. There's blood everywhere. I don't know whose blood it was. It must be hers. I don't know. It's just everywhere. So like she's still at the front door. So I'm like, I get my golf clubs and I threaten her through the door. Can't remember what I said, but she walks off. Then this like guy, the thingy bob rings, and it's Domino's Pizza, like the telephone, the front doorbell telephone thing. What's it called?
Intercom.
So like I answer, Lisa answers, and she goes, Domino's, and she goes, get away! There's a fucking murderer in the apartment. So what the fuck, this Domino's man? He didn't go away. He stayed there whilst this woman's still in the apartment block. Then one of the guys comes out of his apartment. So I open the door and I'm like, where are you going? He went, I'm getting my pizza. I went, mate, have you not just heard the ruckus? There's a crazy woman in the apartment block. She's heard us talking, runs back upstairs with this blade, tries to stab. His name was Ken. Tries to stab Ken. I pull Ken into my apartment. She's there trying to stab him. We're like fucking kicking the door in and I'm punching her arm. Bang, bang, bang. She gets in. We push her out, we lock the door, boom, and I'm like, oh my God. Police finally come, right, and there must be about 15 police officers, gotta be. And they know her by name, Emily, that's her name, Emily Good, that was her name. She was not good, she was a horrible person. So not good by nature.
The irony.
Yeah. So they come, Emily, blah, 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 blah. She's like backed up in the corner of the top bit of the apartment block. And this one guy goes over to her and she stabs the fuck out of his arm, like bang, bang, bang. And
police officer?
Yeah, and there's blood. They're all plain clothes. And they're all blood pissing everywhere. So I get a towel and lob it at him and he's like wrapping his arm up. And then this other copper goes, you fucking stabbed my friend, you bitch. And then gets a taser. And I swear to God, there must be 4 or 5 tasers just going in her. And this girl is just paralysed on the floor, gone, and then they just wrap her up, and over like an hour process, just basically escort her out in like I think it was like a straight jacket into the back of an ambulance. Game over. But I was like, fuck, that actually happened. Yeah, till it was that whole process was about 1 a.m. till about nearly 4 a.m. And then of course you got police investigating it, interviewing me. Then I got this forensic guy putting like little, you know when you watch CSI, they got the numbers next to all like the evidence. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? But if she would have broke in, she'd have stabbed the fuck out of me. Apparently she got some, it was like, she'd broke some pottery off, like someone's outdoor garden thing, and turned it into a blade, and that's what she was using to attack people. And I thought, so I heard through the great sort of like just hearsay through another police officer that these plain officers were trying to find her anyway, and she was like running away from them, and then just came in and just tried to fucking stab people up, I think. And then, just to add to it, whilst we've gone on this tangent, about a year later, we'd heard nothing, and I didn't want to press charges. I didn't give a fuck, to be honest. I was just like, whatever, like, you know, I just didn't want to bother with anybody. She didn't hurt me, so she might just be fucking batshit, and it is what it is. But we were in like a restaurant, and there was a newspaper stand in this, like, it was like a pub restaurant, and her face was on the front of it. And I was like, fuck, that's that woman who tried to stab me. So we were reading it, and basically she'd then eventually gone to prison because she was originally on, not bail, but like suspended sentence. Yeah. For meeting someone up Lloyd's Bar in Stourbridge, bringing him back to the house and trying to stab him whilst they were having sex. Yeah. So she was already on that, and then obviously stabbed a police officer in my apartment block, and then got done for that sort of thing. So she was sentenced then. And I was like, wow. So I was nearly a murder victim.
Scary stuff.
I could have been on one of those Netflix shows.
You could have, yeah.
Yeah. Handsome man in Stourbridge gets violated and murdered. But can you imagine that? That's a mad story, isn't it?
A very mad story.
I always imagine if I had the little one with me and everything.
Yeah.
Mate. So yeah, crazy times, mate.
I don't know where you go from that.
I think that's the end of the episode. I think. It's peak there, guys.
Wasn't
just FYI.
expecting that story.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't really tell anybody about that story, but that happened, man. Yeah. Almost lost my life, guys. You know. I won't be here today, guys. So you know. Lucky all of you.
Hero.
Yeah. So mad, but there we go. And she was a big. Just always remember, she was big, muscly.
She was
strong.
She was a really strong lady.
And I fought her off. So you know.
Sort of, or managed to jam her arm in the door at least.
Yes, there we go. And I saved Ken's life. Technically, I saved that fucker's life.
Yeah.
If he'd have gone down them stairs, she'd have stabbed him. Definitely. So, you know, not all heroes wear capes. You know? No.
Some of them wear.
Some of them have long Viking-style beards and a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt.
Yeah, very apt.
I am Raphael.
There you go.
Honestly. Brilliant. So, yeah, there we go. A bit off tangent.
So, were Ninja Turtles, were they earlier than 90s or were they 90s?
I think it's an 80s cartoon. Is it 80s cartoon, guys? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
It probably was 80s, wasn't it, actually?
Late 80s, isn't it?
Thinking about it.
Because I think the film is a comic book originally. And then the film's 1990, I think. But yeah, it's a late 80s thing. Yeah, there we go. Where you been, mate? Let's go with that. Let's move off murder and let's go to, where the fuck have you been?
Another week, another camping trip. Yeah.
Honestly.
Last one of the year though, so I won't be boring you with any more tales of camping.
I'd say last one forever. Let's say last one forever. Don't camp again. Let's just.
Oh no, we've.
God, booked it already. Camping, sitting on a field. Get off.
Yeah. Well, the even worse thing is we're actually doing 7 nights in a row next year camping, which will be. We've only ever 4 is our max.
I'm going to come for the night just so you can see how feral I would be and weird if I started camping.
Please don't.
I'd look weird. You'd want to send me home or a hospital or something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh God, a shake. Definitely.
Yeah, well, we might be shaking. As I've said to my friend, by the end of 7 nights camping, we'll probably be selling all the equipment and getting divorced. So,
there we go.
So you know, who
Sounds
knows?
like a plan.
Who knows what 2025 is going to bring? But anyway, we went to Shell Island this time. Second time at Shell Island.
Was that like the Caribbean?
It was probably as far from the Caribbean as you can imagine. If you imagine the opposite of the Caribbean, that's what it's like at Shell
still waiting
Island.
for you to go to a place in England that is like the Caribbean.
I've told you Northumberland.
Yeah, but there's got to be more than that. Or go there and show me.
And Cornwall. Well, I've been, so what do you want me to do? Do you want...
I feel like I need a live... I want it live, though. I want to see what it's like.
Okay.
I want a picture.
Okay. All I can show, I've got some beautiful pictures of Bamborough in Northumberland.
AKA the Caribbean.
The Caribbean. But yeah, it was an interesting. It was doomed to failure, this trip, because of Hurricane Ernesto.
Oh yeah, you had a hurricane. You couldn't go on that Thursday, could you?
So we couldn't go on the Thursday. So we all went on the Friday, so a day late. And then there was 5 families that went. We were going. Supposed to go Thursday to Monday. In the end, we ended up going on Friday, and then 3 of the 5 families went home on Sunday. So there was only 2 of us left until Monday.
Why did they go home? Had enough.
Because the weather was bad on Sunday. Friday and Saturday it was lovely. Well, I say lovely, it was really windy, but it was sunny, so it was nice. But Sunday, it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds, and it was pissing it down. So, so yeah.
Doesn't that make you go, I'm going to go and find a hotel?
No.
Really? I'd just go, I'm going to go and get a Premier Inn or something.
Well, Ben sat in the bar and watched the football in the afternoon, and the kids went in the arcade.
Boom.
And then I went with some friends for a walk that was still there at the time, and then they went home afterwards, and we got absolutely drenched. But
it sounds amazing.
I know it was, but we did have a lot of fun. The first 2 days that was sunny, it was lovely. The kids did crabbing, paddleboarding, bodyboarding down the sand dunes and stuff. We had music on the beach and a campfire on the beach, and
Cool,
you know, it was lovely.
And you got back
really
Monday?
Nice. Got back Monday.
So now it's Thursday.
Yeah, I know.
The fuck
Go
have
on.
you been? The hell's gone on?
I have no excuses. I do have excuses, but they are just excuses.
No, go for it. Go on, send me excuses. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Looking after the kids.
Fucking hell.
What did I do Tuesday? Can't remember. I feel like I did something. I've just been doing, it's just life admin. But yeah, as I said, it is just excuses. So tomorrow.
You back in tomorrow?
Yeah.
What day is it tomorrow?
Friday.
Is it Friday tomorrow?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I'll just check my diary, guys, and see if I can make that appointment. Don't just click your fingers and get my services, unfortunately. Yeah, tomorrow's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. No problem.
Fab.
Um,
So yeah. Oh, the other thing was, I had my new mattress.
how did it come? Is it
Yeah.
better?
Well, we've only had one night on it so far, and my bamboo pillows.
Did you sleep?
I did sleep. I slept very well.
Does Ben like the mattress?
He thinks it's a bit deep. Well, he's not sure. I mean, like, it's quite tall. Is yours like that? It's quite like...
Yeah, it's thick.
quite
It's
thick.
rolled out. It comes in a
yeah,
box and you
yeah,
roll it.
yeah.
And it just gradually gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah. So it's higher than
They
the
are
other
thick,
one.
yeah, they are. Why is it always the women that get to pick the mattress, Ben? I don't get this. Lisa picked ours.
Did she?
Yeah.
So far, so good, but it's only been
Like,
obviously
you need
one
more
night.
sleep than we do.
Well, everyone needs sleep.
Exactly.
That's a whole other
I
subject.
feel like Ben didn't have a
but-
choice in this mattress selection.
Well, he said it's funny because I said I was getting a bad back, so I decided we need.
Ben's now
He's
going
been
back.
moaning about his bad back for years, and I've just ignored him. And then when I had one, I was like,
I thought you were
right,
going to
here
say,
we
no, Ben's
go.
got a bad back from this new mattress.
No, he had one, but it was just ignored until I had one. But it turns out, I don't think I ever did have a bad back. I think I was just a bit achy from training. So my back was fine by the time the new mattress arrived.
Brilliant. So, yeah. New
But we
mattress.
needed one anyway.
Yeah. I said, though, people say you should keep mattress for 8 years, but I'm like, nah. Every 4 years, really.
Yeah, and
I think.
we've definitely had ours 4 years.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an expensive one, it was a cheap one anyway, so
Yeah.
definitely
Those
needed
rollout ones are
replacing.
sweet, though. I love them. They're great. They're the
Yeah.
best ones, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
What have you done since
mate.
I last saw you? Because I haven't seen you for a while.
Just what? Did I have that meeting on that Thursday when you went? Well, on that the day you were supposed to go. Was that last week?
I feel like you had the meeting the day before. I saw you after because you did tell me about
Oh,
it.
yes. And we've done the podcast since then, haven't we? I can't remember. I always try and do from the last podcast.
No, we
No.
haven't. We'd done it before.
Oh, so yeah, that went good. So balls rolling with the thing I can't talk about. I don't know why I even bring it up.
Why did you even say? Yeah,
I don't know.
why even bring it
I don't
up?
want to tempt fate.
Yeah. Just wait.
Yeah, let's wait. I do want to say what it is because it's quite big, but like I'm just tempting it, and then it might not happen, and I hate that.
Yeah,
People that talk shit about it. I just feel like I'm talking shit then. So, but it went well. So
that's good.
I've got another meeting next week about another piece of thing that we're going to look at.
That you can't talk about
Keep
either.
calling it thing because if I say what it is, it's obvious what I'm doing. But yes, there's another bit that's now come up on the back of the other bit that we've been doing. So or working on. So working towards. So I've got to go there next week on Thursday to go and see that. That's even bigger. That's going to be amazing if that goes through. I told you about that, definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
Do anything over the weekend?
just work. All work. It was bank holiday, wasn't it? So it's like bank holidays are weird, man. Things are quiet, then they're busy, then they're. It's just
What was it like
weird.
at the pub over the weekend?
Mondays are good. Sunday nights, Monday.
But no
But
street
problem
food on
is-
the Sunday, did you?
No, I don't do it.
Yeah,
No,
I didn't know for bank holiday if it's different.
No, I could do it. To be fair, I could change it, but I can never be able to change the setup sort of thing. But problem is when it's bank holidays, Monday steals some of the weekend's business because people go, "Oh, I'm not going to go out Saturday because I'm going to do Sunday instead."
Yeah.
So then it kind of say Halzone with Babel Wings, it kind of just matches up because we open on Monday and food still foods, that's fine. But with the new in, it sort of quietens it down on a Saturday, and then we don't do anything on the Sunday, Monday food wise.
Yeah.
So there's no catch up really. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that's out of the way and it's back to normal. So
Yeah.
job done. But yeah, just work, mate. That's all I've done is just constantly work. And then you've not been around, so I've had loads of free time, which has been lovely. But a few
You're like
extra
a
new
free
clients I
person
put
when
in,
I'm away.
random ones. So that was nice. Just random clients.
You've had what, sorry?
I got some clients that I like either owe sessions to because they weren't able to complete the session.
Yeah.
So I've managed to get them in because I can't get them in normally.
Yeah.
And then I've had
Because of me.
Well, you
You
and
say?
Ben.
Yeah.
Because of the bakers. So yeah, because I tend not to overfill the PT schedule. I don't like to. No, it gets to a point when, say, if I've got 4 back to back, I'm like, just want to train, like, you know. So, which
Gotta
you'll
do
see that
some
sometimes because I
more
go, shall I
talking."
train with you today, Sal? That's because I got like fucking 4 back to back or something mental. So, but yeah, and then the Pilates thing, all the machines came.
Ooh, oh, have they come? Oh, that's
yesterday.
exciting.
That was yesterday.
How many machines are there?
I think there's about 10.
Okay,
I
wicked.
think. We might get more in the future, but yeah, there's 10. I think there's 10 so far. So that starts. I think that starts September. That's like next week or the week after.
Brilliant.
Sort of thing. So that's going, and yeah, it's been an eventful working week, really.
Fab.
Yeah. So not much of that interesting, but you know, it's been busy. But yeah.
Cool. Well, you messaged me the other day. You disguised your checking whether or not I was still alive by telling me what you wanted to talk about on the podcast this week.
Yeah, so I thought we could do a new segment, right? Because I see this on TikTok quite a bit. And I'm trying to master TikTok, guys, a little bit. I don't think I've nailed it yet, but I'm trying to.
You get in there, though.
We talked about it. We filmed it, but we talked about it off air, technically. And we think most people that talk about techniques and stuff like that on social media, full of shit. So I'm just trying to get myself around it. And we did get quite a lot of views on one of our videos the other day, and a lot of likes. So, because Google Trends at the moment is the return of Oasis getting back together, I thought, and I see a lot of these top 5 things, I thought, let's go with the flow.
Yes.
Let's do a top 5, and we can try and do this every week if we can, as a new segment. Top 5. That's the theme for it.
Nice,
Just
I
made
like
that
it.
up on the spot. Let's go with bands, top 5 bands.
Yeah.
Now, before we started this, Sally thinks I said 90s bands.
Well, you definitely
Probably
did say
did.
90s bands, because that's why I thought, oh, you're doing that because of Oasis reforming or
But-
doing the reunion.
It's just bands. So it's your fact. But most of the bands will come from old era, won't it? Won't be. I ain't got no new.
Yeah,
people
well, the
in my
thing is, you see, I'm not very good at thinking on the spot. So I have written down a few of the bands, but
Well, hold on.
the
Do you wanna say it?
90s.
Yes. So what we're going to do, we'll do 5. We'll go 5, 5,
Yeah.
4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2.
So this is in order of
So it's your top 5. Number 1 should be your favourite, though.
okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I can
So it's-
stick with that.
so-
But we're just saying that this is, well, as I say, I've sort of based mine.
Is your
in
number
the
1 your
past.
favourite band, though?
Always changing. Always changing.
Is your number 1? It's so difficult. Is your number 1 currently, right now, at this second, your favourite band?
No.
What? Put the fucking favourite then. Put your favourite band. Well, so in your head, no number 1. That's going to be. That's how it should work.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. This is what happens when she doesn't turn up to anything for a week, right? So number 5. Who have you got at number 5?
Well, I'm gonna go. I'm just going with what I've got.
I feel like we should
Okay.
get an audience reaction to these as well. See what
Okay,
they.
I'm
See
going
what
with
the
what I've got. So this is a 90s band
Okay.
that I'm going with in my number 5 position, because that's what I thought we were doing. So, and I can't on the spot come up with my 5th favourite ever all-time band. Okay, so I'm going with my
But it's
number
in
5
there, right?
from the 90s.
You like these, don't you?
Oh, I do really like them. I
There we
haven't
go.
listened to them for years, but my number 5 band is REM.
Oh yeah. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. What do we think of that?
There was a
guys?
snigger.
Someone laughed. Yeah. Someone huffed as well.
Yeah, well, I asked Ben this yesterday. I said, what would your top 5 be? And he said, well, none. So he would just go with DJs. That would be his top 5.
Okay. Cool.
So what's yours?
So number 5, I've gone for Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, well, see, Ben said to me, wouldn't you? I said I've never listened to their music, so they wouldn't be in my top 5.
Guys, Chili Peppers, we all over that? Yes! We got thumbs up. That's what
I
I'm
went
saying.
to see REM, by the way, Cardiff Arms Park, as it was then.
Yeah, cool. They're not that popular, so let's move on.
And they were supported by a band that isn't in my top 5, but is very good, the Cranberries.
Never heard of those.
You've never heard of the Cranberries?
No.
We should actually, can we step back a second? Because what I thought we could do, when I thought it was
a rewind.
90s, I was going to say, what was your age range So when it was 1990, how old were you? So like in that decade.
So when I was in 1990, I was 3.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
I know you were about 37, but I was 3.
Yeah, well, I was like 12, 13.
See, mine's got a very good mixture. What's your number 4?
Blur.
Blur.
Yeah.
What we saying on Blur, guys? Blur? Yeah, we got a bit of a, yeah. Blur. Right, no one's going to like this.
Response.
This is a bit of a, what do you call it when you, guilty pleasure.
Oh, go on then.
We can say. I've gone for something different, kind of, from my whole list. Backstreet Boys.
Well, we've talked about Backstreet Boys before, haven't we? You do seem to have some sort of weird obsession with them.
In a band, there's got to be a boy band in there.
No, I've got no boy bands.
What the fuck?
Although I did see Westlife about 3 times.
That would be worse than Backstreet Boys.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if it would, but boy bands just aren't really my thing. See, I said obviously when we talk about 90s, I said to Ben, I bet Martin will be expecting me to have Take That. Well, I never listened to Take That in the 90s.
Why would I expect you to have Take That? Why would that come into my head?
Because I saw them, because I've seen them loads, but only...
Do you know what I expected? I expected all of your 5 for me to not have a fucking clue who they
were.
Yeah.
There's one that I don't think you'll know who they are.
Who's your number 3? See, this is where mine gets really like, these are definitely my 3, where I'm like, yeah, these are mine. I'll listen to these all the time. Number 3, go.
Oasis.
Oh, you actually before we went on air, I went, we actually got Oasis in the list? And you went, no?
No, I didn't say no. Oh. I didn't want to reveal mine, but this is 90s, so I am going to come...
So you were actually a fan of Oasis?
I am going to come back to others that I like
I feel like if what people are saying on the socials is correct, if we keep saying the word Oasis on a video, Instagram picks it up.
Really?
Apparently.
Okay, we'll
it'll be in captions as well.
Definitely use
Oasis,
this.
Oasis. We're going to get thousands of views on this.
Talking of saying things 3 times, which you've just done.
Beetlejuice, it's coming out. Love it.
Watched the trailer this morning.
I saw it when I was at the trailer at the cinema. I can't wait.
I haven't seen the original, but...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Honestly. How do I get out of here, guys? Just turn it off. Fucking... You've never seen the original Beetlejuice?
No.
Are you going to watch the second one?
Yeah. I won't need to have watched the first one, though, will I? Because we'll take the kids to see it.
What do you mean? Of course you need to watch the first one.
Ben said it's basically a remake.
If my voice gets really high-pitched, I'm fucking serious, man. Right, you need to watch the original. It's not a remake. It's a sequel.
Well, Ben said it looks like it's exactly the same film.
It's because it's the same fucking bloke. Right, it's a sequel. You need to watch...
Okay.
Beetlejuice.
All right.
You might as well.
Okay.
And it does hold up, so it's quite a good film.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. I'll get the kids to watch it because I will take them to see the new one.
Yes. That's out this week. Next week?
Yeah, next week, yeah. So
Number
Oasis, number 3 for me.
There we go. Mine is Motley Crue.
No way!
I'm a massive, 80s rock band era.
Oh,
Batman.
well, you may well know one of mine. Others that I didn't think you would then.
See, I'm surprising here. I've gone this indie kind of vibe, to, if that's the right
Motley
thing.
Crue.
To a boy band, to fucking hard rock, mate. I'd love if I could just choose to be in a band.
Yeah.
And live that life for a week, it would be Motley Crue. Because it would just be fucking mental.
Oh wow, I love that. Brilliant.
Motley Crue, yeah. So I'm a big Motley Crue guy, yeah. Number 2.
My number 2, this is one I didn't think you'd know, but now I think you will. Skid Row.
Oh yeah, no Skid Row, yeah. Not anywhere near my top, but yeah. Yeah, bang it, cool. Number 2 for me, AC/DC.
Okay.
Yeah, see, someone came in their pants over there then, did you hear that? They went,
I think it was more of a...
No, he put his thumb up, he's ready. He's on it. AC/DC, yeah. Number 1.
So my number 1, I have gone for Guns N' Roses.
Nice. Good shout. Good number 1. Fair play to you. Number 1 is, for me, ding, Queen.
Another one bites the dust.
All day. Queen's the greatest band ever.
I forgot. The thing is, you actually said that before, and I forgot you'd said it. Queen.
Yeah. Queen is the greatest band of all time.
Queen are a great band.
Go and watch. I think it's Live Aid. 90. I can't remember the year. Where they had an hour set. It's the greatest thing you'll ever see in your life.
Have you watched Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah,
Great film.
great film.
But honestly, go and watch that hour set of Queen at Live Aid. It's fucking brilliant. It's just you'll never get a concert like that ever. Not even Taylor Swift will do a concert like that. I'm sorry. It's not even their concert. It was an hour. Live Aid. Killed it. Greatest band of all time, by far.
Very,
What's your
very
top
good
5?
band.
Comment below on any of those platforms and tell us what your top 5 bands are of all time. Of all time, any type of band, go for it. I'm going to say a lot of people will say Queen.
Yeah, see, they probably would. I don't really listen to a great deal of bands currently. I tend to listen more like I love Dua Lipa at the moment.
Yeah.
Becky Hill I like. Bands, Bastille, they're a good band.
I'm
Wouldn't
really
put them
into-
probably in my top 5 though.
For some reason at the minute, I'm really into country music.
Oh, yeah, what, Taylor Swift?
Not that, no. Like actual country music. There's nothing better at the minute. I mean, in the car on the way home, just putting some like really cool chilled country music on. Just love it.
Have you listened to Post Malone's new album then? 'Cause that's country, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a bit of that on my... I couldn't tell you what song though.
Yeah.
I've got the popular one, whatever that's called, one that came out recently with... I can't remember his name. But the other guy he's doing that song with, his album's quite good. Oh, his name's on my tip of my tongue. I can't remember. But yeah, so I'm really into that at the minute. I like that chilled country kind of... And then I found a thing where they're remixing them at the minute, and that was quite good as well. It was like a little remix country thing, so that's my thing currently. But yeah, there we go. I like that. That's good top 5.
Oh, I like that, but I'm just gonna have to name. I feel like I'm sort of giving a thank you speech where I don't want to leave anybody
Throw
out.
some bonuses
I
in
am
there,
going
go
to
on.
throw some bonuses
Yeah.
in because you threw a spanner in the works of no, it's not just 90s,
Go on.
and then I was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? Wham,
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, cool.
Aha,
Okay.
amazing, what a
Yeah.
great band.
Okay.
From the noughties, best band of the noughties, The Killers.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go. Some shout outs. We'll tag, you know what we should do? Tag all these fuckers in there. All tagged. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? See if we get like a little reply. You know?
See if we do.
Whoever
We'll-
replies, I will immediately put you on my number 1. Which means nothing to you, but you know. There we go.
The account that always replies to our stuff is Wagamama.
Wagamamas love it.
They love it, don't they?
Yeah. Do you think they actually love it, or do you think it's like
No, I think they
random?
probably reply to everybody and just,
Like
you
an
know.
automatic reply?
I don't know whether it feels like it's not automatic.
Feels personal, doesn't it?
It feels personal, yeah.
They love it, mate. I feel like no one's reviewed the Wagamama takeaway though. We've got a gem there.
Yeah,
No one's reviewed that.
no.
No one knows. People need to know. Wagamama's takeaway. I still think that's my favourite takeaway so far.
It's definitely my favourite video that we've recorded.
It's the most surprising
Because I think
of
it was the
all.
most surprising. Yeah.
I was like, for that moment in time, I was really happy. I was like, this is so good, you know? It's great.
I've
I
still
was
got
all
the
over that.
takeaway bowl. I haven't returned
And
it.
me, I feel like I don't want to return it.
No.
There's a lot of memories in that video that I will cherish forever. Yeah. We'll do another top 5 next week.
Okay.
I'll think of something. If it's something that's not trending, I'll just make something up.
Okay.
Top 5. Or you can make it up. Do your turn this time.
Yeah, okay.
Do me a top
I will
5.
do.
Yes, we'll do that. New segment. Top 5.
Top 5.
Love it. Questions.
Yes.
Have we had any questions? I've had a couple.
Yeah,
Couple,
okay.
Maybe 1, 2. Yeah.
Go for it.
But it's more specific, really, to the gym that I own. So somebody, so I have this room in the gym. Not really a room. Well, it is. It's a small room with a spin bike in it, which is like we just pump heat into it. It's like a heat room, which has no purpose really. The reason why we put the heat room in is because Sam Eggington, a local boxer, wanted a heat room to sweat out a lot of water weight before a weigh-in. So we had this spare little piece of bit, and we just used to be a lift shaft, or the entrance to the lift, and we just converted it to like a heat room. So that was the purpose of the room. But a lot of people, because we're getting rid of it now.
Yeah.
We're going to get rid of it. So there's a heater in there which is slowly dying, and once it's gone, it's gone. But I mean, a lot of people saying, "Oh, I like that because I burn a load of fat in there," and I'm like,
So you've got something in that room as well, haven't you, which helps to elicit the sweat?
So yeah, so basically what's in there is a spin bike, effectively, and heat just being pumped in. So it's fucking hot. Like when it's on full bar, it's hot, and then it's set to a timer, so you can put 15, half an hour, an hour. So it's quite different, but ultimately there's no purpose to it. It's utterly useless. We put it in for one guy, basically, just to make use of a spare piece of the gym, basically. But a lot of people do think they're burning a lot of fat when they use that specifically. And I'm like, no. And then the argument is, but I'm sweating loads. And I'm like, well, it's not. It's because you sweat. Sweat is a body's way of cooling you down when you are too hot. That's what that is. There's nothing else to that. So you might lose a bit of water, but the next day, you're putting it back on, you know? So for everybody out there that thinks heat, or it's the same thing when you see people running, I don't really see it anymore, but you used to get people running in like fucking bin bags and like heat suits and all that shit, do you know what I mean? And it's like, that's not doing anything else other than making you sweat more. That's it. It's not burning fat. It's not burning extra calories. Maybe a slightly bit more, 4. You know what I mean? But it's not burning fat. It's not making you reduce fat, basically, to what you think it is. So it was a question, but more of just an observation.
Yes.
That is not what that is doing. Like just normal cardio is the same. It's just getting you better at cardio. What that's doing in that room is getting you better at doing cardio in a hot condition. That is it. So if you ever find yourself in a desert or the Amazon rainforest and you're doing a bit of cardio, you might be able to hack it a bit better than somebody else. But other than that, it's
Have you seen Spencer Matthews has just done, has he done 30 marathons back to back in the desert? Just literally completed it the other day.
For what reason?
So I wonder if he trained in a heat room.
The thing is, that probably could work for that. Adaptation, you know. What was the purpose of that, though?
I don't really know. Obviously, he's done it for charity.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and he's now a Guinness World Record holder.
Oh, a couple of purposes, yeah.
So,
I was going to say, man, just for the fuck of it. Fuck that. No, thank you. I told you last time, marathons, not for me, man. It's too long. The thing is too long when you do it, and the training behind it.
Yeah,
fuck.
I did one, didn't I, a few years ago, and the training was. I wouldn't say I'd never do one again because I'd, never say never. But the training, the actual day was brilliant.
Yeah.
Even though you're running for however long you're running for.
Would we say brilliant? Is that the right word?
I absolutely loved it. The way that I sort of approached, I didn't really enjoy the first 13 miles because you've obviously still got it all ahead of you. But the second half, I actually felt a lot stronger in the second half
Second
marathon.
wind.
Yeah.
Bit of second wind there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, but the training is, obviously that's a big, huge commitment.
I always think the best way to train for it is to keep trying to run for a long distance. Do you know what I mean? So you're almost having to practice to run that.
Yeah, well,
we
did one long run a week, and each week we sort of built up. So we added 2 miles on every week we got to 20, and they say don't run more than 20 or 22 miles in training. Like, don't run your marathon in the training because it might affect your performance. And we did the 20 miles 4 weeks before, and then we tapered the distance off. But then the midweek runs were more about tempo training, hill training, that sort of thing.
Oh, it's too much effort. So I said 100-metre sprint in the Olympics because it's just, I'm done. My job's done. I go home. I turn up. I run. I might win. I go home. That's it.
So I'm no good at. It's like the Mom's race in Sports Day. Because I go to the gym and stuff like that, I think people expect me to take part in the Mom's race, but I can't sprint. I'm absolutely crap. I'm no good at speed like that, so I never take part because it's too much pressure.
You know, if we ever do a Room 101 again, Sports Day is going in that. Fuck that.
The Sports Day from our primary school needs to go in it because it goes on for that long unnecessarily.
I mean, he's homeschooled now, but the 2 years he was there, I purposely booked my holidays around it. Thought, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. It's just, nah. There's nothing worse than trying to compete with another dad. I'm just like, who's really into it.
He always feels guilty, so he does it. Because obviously when they announce the parents' race, the kids are going, Mom, go on, Dad, do it. And everyone's like shouting. So Ben was like, I'm not doing it. Oh, I'm going to have to do it, aren't I?
Peer pressured. Pressured, yeah.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, obviously, our kids are like Martha's not even at primary school now, but Rosie's just going into her last year. So we're the sort of older parents now. So you've obviously got younger parents who've got the younger kids. So there's even that,
Younger, fitter, better, stronger.
You know what I mean?
Not for you though. You're proper training now. Do you know what I mean? You should be killing it.
Yeah,
So that's
but
the other
even
thing as
so,
well.
speed.
Expectation. People think, oh, PT. You should be good at the egg and fucking spoon race. Yeah, because that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. That's what I train for. You know? Fuck off. No.
Exactly.
Second thing, observation. People keep talking about fucking aspartame again. Aspartame. I still don't understand why everybody's obsessed with some form of sweetener. I don't get it. There's still people out there trying to tell people that sweetener is no better for you than full sugar stuff. And I'm like, it is the most simplistic form of weight loss. Swapping sugary shit for sweetener shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that is your calorie savings potentially on that is brilliant. And you don't have to change your lifestyle. I can still have Coca-Cola, just not the sugary one. Some people might just be binging on that, and then you take that away, and they will lose body fat. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's people out there trying to stop people from doing that by scaremongering, going, oh, aspartame is so bad for you. And I just think, and using things like Diet Cokes and other zero-calorie sweetener drinks as to the reason why they're injured or something's gone wrong inside their body and all that kind of shit. And I'm like, always remember, for you to have any effect, and I'm talking like even the slightest effect, or even for the potential slightest effects, it probably wouldn't even happen. You need a lot of cans of Diet Coke or Coke Zero. Didn't we look at it and it was like something
We did. It was like about 60 or something.
Something stupid. A day. And I'm like, it's nothing to worry about. It's just because when you research that ingredient, when you look at it as a whole, if you were to just drink a fuck ton of pure aspartame, you would probably be fucked. Do you know what I'm saying? But the microgram that's inside a drink, it's nothing. And when it's as effective as lowering someone's calories like that, it shouldn't be demonised. No. It's crazy.
Totally
So for
agree.
all you out there that think you've got an issue because of sweetener, it's not that. It's just you're a cunt. So that's the issue. All right? Always remember that. Look at yourself in the mirror and go, it's not aspartame. I'm just a dumb cunt. So there we go. That's the takeaway. That could be the name of the episode.
Probably won't be.
Not sweetener. I'm just a dumb cunt. So stop looking at shit on... Over-researching is another thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't research everything that you put in your mouth, right? Crack on. Safe. I get it. But don't over-research shit. It's just... If something's readily available in a shop for everybody to buy, kids can go and buy Coke Zero. My boy doesn't like it, but he could go and buy it if he wanted to. It's not going to be bad for you, you know? Use that as your research, okay? If you're doing drugs or anything else, research the fuck out of it. But food on a shelf, don't. I've watched a video the other day. If you followed every idiot's advice about what to avoid, you wouldn't eat anything in the supermarket. I saw someone the other day saying why you shouldn't eat eggs. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's right, isn't it? And topically, thinking about smoking and how smoking indoors was banned. Obviously, that that is researched, and we know that is.
He's stopping that for good, isn't he?
Is causing cancer.
Have you seen that?
But yes, so this morning I've seen on the news that they're proposing that you can't now smoke in outdoor public places.
Yes.
Bring it on.
Yeah, because it's dirty as well. Honestly, and if you smoke and you listen to this, I don't care if I offend you. If you still smoke at this day and age in 2024, you are dirty, man. Like, that's a dirty thing to do, I think.
It's vile.
It's horrible. And like, I'm not promoting vaping because I think that's a bit weird as well. And most people vape because they think it's fucking cool, which essentially is what kids used to do.
I think they're talking about banning disposable vapes as well, aren't they?
I think they are, yeah, that's going as well. Yeah. It's all pointless as fuck. Like, but smoking, fucking hell. If you're still fagging it, there's something, you just get a grip, man. Like, it's awful. Yeah,
when we were in Cyprus, because obviously you don't...
You stink.
Because you're not really around it now, are you, in this country? You're not typically close to it. But when we were in Cyprus, we were eating outdoors at a restaurant, and there was a table behind us where the people were smoking, and the smell, and it just made me really uncomfortable.
I always think, how mad is it? Years ago, it was allowed indoors, wasn't it? Like
Oh, no.
you'd be like my mum and dad always used to go to conservative clubs. That was like their
Yeah.
thing. Dad was part of like the committee of it or something, or like liberal clubs and things like that. And when you think back, they would have been full of just smoke.
Oh yeah, they
People
were. But
smoking.
you'd have like the blue ring of smoke, wouldn't
Yeah.
you, when you go inside? It'd be like
And
that in
you'd
my
just
grandparents'
stink.
house. You go
How
in
did
and
the
you'd be able to
fire-
see that blue halo.
Did nobody have fire alarms? Do you know what I mean?
Probably not.
So all those places that we used to go to had no fire protection. Do you know what I mean?
I don't
Because it
know,
would set it off, wouldn't it?
I suppose it would.
Yeah.
Like that much smoke. Don't know.
If I smoked in here, it'd set the alarms off, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Well, you'd hope so.
Well, yeah. Well, we set the alarms off just by burning toast.
That's
so.
what I mean. So I can't believe we lived in that era of
No.
like just, and I'd have been a little kid just happily breathing that in. I like purposely if someone's smoking on the street and I'm with my boy, I will pick him up and we will walk over to the side of the road and then back over. So it will look like I'm not even hiding the fact that I am actually avoiding you, because I ain't doing that. It's horrible, vile. But yeah, Sparta meat, sweetener, it's fucking fine. Just don't burn by a barrel of it and try and eat it, if that's even possible, in drinks. You're fine. You're all good. And that's for me done, mate. That's it. That's all I
That's
got.
a wrap on
That is
episode 14
14,
of
done.
the It's Your Revival podcast.
Like, subscribe, share, comment, do anything, and send us some muscle mining questions, because we will answer them on the show. We'll definitely do that. But yeah, that's it. Episode 14 done.
See you next week.
Bye.